Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Venugopal. As part of today's session, let us understand how can we combine the data present in two different variables into a single variable, or else in SAP ABAP terms, we also call it as how can we concatenate. Okay, so when we say concatenate, it is to combine the value present in two or more than two variable into a single variable. Generally, if at all you are a BW consultant, so we get to know or we come across this kind of requirement in our transformations. So when we say transformation in BW side, we have two different info provider. We are loading data from source info provider to a target info provider. In the process of loading, assume that you have first name and middle name in your source, whereas in the target you wanted to concatenate the value coming in first name and last name column into a full name column of a target. Okay, in those kind of requirement we will get to see this solution. At the same time, for example, you might be having company code and customer number and maybe the sales organization in the source. You wanted to create a complex key that will be populated to one of the target columns. Okay, so in order to achieve that, we have to use this concatenation operation, whatever we are going to learn as part of today's session. Come on guys, let us start today's session. So right now I have logged into ECC system, but however you can achieve this particular requirement or this particular logic holds good in your ECC, BW on HANA or BW for HANA also, wherever you can write a piece of ABAP code. Okay, so let us get into SC38. So as you all are aware, SC38 is a transaction code which is used to create a independently executable program, correct? So give any meaningful name for your program and click on create. It will give a pop-up window. Here we will have to specify the title and program type, which is mandatory. Okay. Demo and program type I am choosing as an executable program. It's one of the easy way to learn any ABAP, any programming language, whereas here we are choosing an ABAP executable program because these are independent to execute. Okay, so there are different types of program that we can focus on upcoming sessions. Now click on save. So when you click on save, it will ask you to save under a respective package. I am going to save under a local object. Click on local object. Okay, now our program is created. So let us declare two variable data, LV, maybe first name type string, similarly LV last name type string. Okay, so I also need one more variable to hold the full name, correct? So I am declaring a LV full name, which is again of type string. Okay, so now let us initialize LV first name. LV first name, maybe I will call it as Venugopal. Okay, and LV last name is equal to, maybe I will keep it as Nanjappa. Okay, I have two different variable. Assume this variable as a particular records two different column values. Okay, if at all you are a BW consultant, you can correlate, right? When we are loading data from source to target, right? Assume that if we have only one record in the source, that one record will have multiple columns, right? First name will be present in one column, the last name value present in another column. Assume that the first name value which is there in your record is Venugopal and the last name is Nanjappa. Now I wanted to concatenate value stored in these two variable and generate a full name column which will finally hold the value as Venugopal space Nanjappa or Venugopal comma Nanjappa. The separator can be anything. Okay. So now in order to combine the data of these two variable, we'll have to use a statement called concatenate. Okay, concatenate. If you see that concatenate keyword is now become blue. Any word which is highlighted in blue, right? Those are SAP reserved keywords, or those are something associated with the syntaxes. Okay, concatenate LV first name, and I also wanted to concatenate what? LV last name, meaning I am telling the compiler that concatenate value stored in LV first name and LV last name and populate the final result into what? LV full name. Okay, so now as you all are aware, in ABAP, in order to print value to the user, because now we are learning ABAP programming language, correct? So in that process, if I want to print content of a particular variable, I will use write command. Okay, in C programming generally we'll use printf command, and in Java we generally use system.out.ln, right? So now I'm trying to print a content of LV full name. Okay, check the syntax. If you see, there's a green color, no syntax error success message we are getting. Now we will have to activate. If you have not yet activated, you can see the status of the program is inactive or reserved. Okay, click on activate. It will give a pop-up window wherein it will show list of all the inactive objects for your ID. Since it's a demo system, lot of inactive objects are there. However, my current program is already selected. I'll click on OK. If there is no syntax error, now my program will get activated. You see the program status has been updated as activated, okay, or active. Now if I run the program, you see Venugopal Nanjappa I am getting, and if you see the program title is also being printed at the top. See, between Venugopal and Nanjappa there is no space in the output. Why there is no space? Because we are telling the system to do the concatenation operation, okay, but we have not yet told or instructed the compiler that what would be the separator. So now in concatenation statement, there is an optional syntax given by SAP. What is that? There's a additional class called separated by. In separated by, after separated by word, right, within single quotes you can give anything. If you are not giving anything, it will treat the separator as comma, sorry, space. Okay. So now let me execute the syntax again. You see there's a space between Venugopal and Nanjappa, two different words. Okay. So within single quote, if you are not giving anything, it will treat that as space. Okay, if I want the separator has to be comma between first name and last name. When we generate a final value, right, after concatenation, I wanted the value to be separated by a comma, you can give a comma. If you want it to be hyphen, you can give that as an hyphen. Got it? You see, very simple. All you have to do generally in our transformation, we will have to write this logic. Okay, we have written additional logic because since it is an independent executable program, we need input variable, output variable, and also we need a write command to print the content of a variable because we are in a learning mode of ABAP, correct? So concatenation operation is very, very important. So hopefully as part of this video, you guys have understood how can we make use of concatenate statement to combine or concatenate values stored in two different variable using an ABAP programming language, guys. So if you like this video, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. At the same time, if you're looking for online training on SAP ABAP, BW, BW ABAP, BW on HANA, Native HANA, HANA related SQL, and also B4 HANA, feel free to reach out to me on my mail ID, that is venugopalmn1988@gmail.com. You can also call me on my mobile number, that is +91 followed by 97399839992. Thank you so much, guys, and have a good one.